What is good, everyone? In today's video, we'll be going over some of you guys' comments of One Punch Man Season 3, Episode 4, alongside my review as well. So we'll be going over some of you guys' comments. I'll give you guys my opinion on the comments that you wrote, and then after, if there's something that I didn't touch on or that wasn't commented on that I liked in the episode, I'll basically comment on that after your guys' comments. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Was way better than the last one, but even episode 1 or 3 I liked. So I agree with your take. I do think that this episode was better than the last one, and it does keep on increasingly get better. Like, episode 1 was down here, 2, 3, 4, it's like we're going up a staircase right now, and hopefully once we reach the top of the staircase, we get to see the peak, you know? I like the final episode this season. Hopefully they do like some crazy animation when it comes to like a fight scene. I'm sure there has to be like a big fight scene at the end of the season, so yeah. I really think that people should give the animators credit for improving the outlines and coloring as compared to the previous season, along with the bashing they are giving to Bandy. It's Bandy Nakom that fucked up. Animators still are trying their best. So yeah, in last week's video, I wanted to make it clear that if it's not JC that we should be, bashing that. It should be Bandy, because they're the one that decides the budgeting, the scheduling, all that stuff. And yeah, JC is trying their best right now. I do agree that like the coloring and like, I don't know, the coloring is like really good this season. I don't think in last season we had a lot, to be honest. It's been 6 years or like 4 years since I've seen the second season. So yeah, it's been a while, but I don't remember any coloring in the last season. And even if there was, I'm sure this season, this season has done really good. I know in the community post I only posted those 2 photos, but like, this episode had a lot more good coloring. Okay, now I did make a short about, saying how like the Garu shot from like last year in the preview, it looked better than this one where it had like a blue filter on. But like the blue filter is not that bad. It's just that the original one looks cooler, but still, yeah, like the coloring is like pretty good. There was also this bit at the end with the Royal Ripper, with him like, when the kid was in the corner, he said that he was like chop him up to 1,000,000 pieces. And like, it had a shot of like his eye. I'll get a photo up here so like you guys can see. But yeah, it looked really cool in my opinion. So yeah, they are doing really good with the coloring this season. Went from below average to average, which is nice. Last sequence was the best we've ever got, but problems with other episodes are here too, which is not so nice. Okay, so that last sequence where Garu came in through the wall and punched the Royal Ripper like his entire head off, that sequence right there was pretty cool. I'm not saying that it was spectacular because, oh my god, it could have been so much better. Better animated, but still, from what we got this season, it was still pretty good in terms of One Punch Man standards, because the standard has went down really bad since season 2. But so far, this was really good. And yeah, same with the comment from earlier. Each episode keeps on getting slightly better, which is nice. But yeah, I didn't find anything that bad this episode. It was pretty decent. There's just, sometimes the scenes, it still feels like a slideshow sometimes, right? But not that much this episode, so that wasn't that apparent this episode, which was good. This season has been a crime and everyone involved should go to prison. Okay, so I can understand how, like, you might feel that this season has gone really bad because of, like, the Garu slide and, like, a lot of memes that are popping up because of how bad animation has been. But I don't think everyone deserves to go to prison, okay? It's at the end of the day, it's just an anime. I guess, if you really don't like the animation that much, then read the manga instead, because the manga is so further ahead and it looks pretty cool in the manga. I've seen some shots in the manga because I wanted to compare last week's episode to the manga, and it's pretty good. So you should read the manga instead if you don't like the animation. What a trash anime. Anyways, when will dub be released? No info. It's like it's a YouTuber making a YouTube video. What they have done is so irresponsible. Okay, well, since you asked this question, I decided to do some research myself. Now, personally, I didn't know when the dub was coming out. I'm not too intrigued for the dub, to be honest. I think the sub is personally just fine for me. But I did search up like some information just now, and let me show you. So from this website right here, it says that the dub should arrive 2 to 3 weeks after the official premiere of One Punch Man Season 3 sub, similar to My Hero Academia Season 8 dub. So keep an eye out, October 26th or November 2nd. So I'm going to do you a check right now. I'm going on Netflix real quick, because it's on Netflix in Australia. Alright, I just checked, and no, the dub is not out yet. So I would have to say maybe give it like 2 more weeks. There is still no official date, which is weird, right? There's still no official date, but it should be around either 2 more weeks. I did see an article earlier that said next year. I don't think it's going to be till next year, but I think it should be out within either next week or the week after, hopefully. But yeah, personally, like for me, like if an anime is coming out and like there's no dub straight away, I'm just gonna watch it in sub, because if I don't, I'm gonna get spoiled. One thing is that we got a lot of neon glitter filter wallpapers in this season. Yeah, who cares? And this is really kind of true, to be honest, because I think the neon filter, it's nice, right? It does look nice in some shots, like it does look pretty good. Like first of all, yeah, it does look pretty good. Second of all, I think it's just getting overused too much. Like sometimes I'm just watching it and I'm like, why is it just like the neon filters coming in every single second? Like we don't need to have that, we don't need to have that for all the like shots, mainly like when it's like close up to their face and it's them like introducing themselves or like something's about to happen next, but they're like just gonna say it in like this neon filter way, which is, I mean, I've never seen any anime do that before. But I mean, I guess it's a One Punch Man season 3 specialty. But it's not totally bad. It's just if it gets overused too much, then that can be quite annoying. But besides that, I still enjoy it, except for that one Garu shot this episode 4. That should have stayed the same from the PV from last year because that shot was really good. And the blue lighting just, I don't know, made me personally, just for me, I just didn't like the blue light, but it's still cool. The hot pot scene is hilarious in the manga. The anime just doesn't hit. And people are praising the hot pot scene, but it felt stilted and awkward in my opinion. I didn't laugh at all. Okay, so I want to do a 2-in-1 combo right here. These two comments right here, both were talking about the hot pot scene, so I want to talk about it as well. Now, during the hot pot scene, it's another apartment scene. We get it, this has been the formula so far. It's first up, we see Garu. Next up, we see the apartment. After that, we see Garu again. That's what's been happening in episode 2, 3, and 4 now. So I was not surprised to see the hot pot scene happen after Garu got up. But in my opinion, I thought the hot pot scene was personally okay. I did find some bits a bit funny, but I thought it was still pretty awkward there in that situation. I was like, wait, what's going on? This might be, I don't know if this is true to the manga that once Garu got up, we got to a hot pot scene. But if it is, then that's just the story, right? Which you can't really complain. If it's not, then that's just a weird direction that the animators went. Actually, I'm gonna check that right now. Okay, never mind. So the hot pot scene is canon. Let's have a look at it right here. This looks so much better than what happened in the anime. I mean, look at the drawing right here. It looks so good right here. What? Okay, the issue is that during the anime, right? If you guys pay attention or look back to the hot pot scene, this right here, when this was cooking, it was a still image with the cooking sound. So the meat, the vegetables, they were not moving at all. It was just still, if you have a look back at it. Which is, I guess, is one complaint. But besides that, this is... this was in chronological order. And I feel like it's more funnier in the manga because the dialogue is different. I don't remember Gino saying, "you bitch," in the anime. I think they might have toned it down so it can be more kid-friendly, but... yeah, besides that, yeah, I guess that could be that could be why you found it funnier in the manga but not the anime, because they probably changed the dialogue. So yeah, mid-animation, but I don't blame the animators as JC stuff. I blame Bandai Namco. So yeah, that's basically what I was talking about last week. Last episode I was doing that. Also, I made a short showing of JC's work before, because JC can cook. It's just Bandai just didn't give the right time and scheduling and budget and all that stuff. So yeah. This is one of the worst animes I've seen. Hits that Dragon Ball Super movie arc vibe. Now, I don't know what you mean by that. If you mean Dragon Ball Z, the God of Destruction, that movie was sick. The animation was crazy. Now, if you do mean the Dragon Ball Super anime TV show, I can see where you're coming from. Now, I haven't seen Dragon Ball Super in such a long time, but I do remember that compared to the Dragon Ball Z movie where they introduced Beerus, and then compare it to the anime where they introduced Beerus in the weekly episodes, the movie goes so much harder. The animation is so much better in the movie compared to the TV show. I can't believe I thought I was peak at the time when I was watching. This was when I was watching Dragon Ball Super back in 2020. It was one of my one of my first big animes. I think it was my first big anime, because big anime as in long anime, so yeah. But I don't know if I agree on that. I think there could be worse animation in the show. Episode 4 did a lot better, and hopefully we can pray that it gets better from here. In my opinion, the only problem I heard was Garu's scene, which was more blue since it was already okay, but overall it was alright, even the blue one. But honestly, people are hating on that scene too much. I also wonder why they put blue outline when Garu was slicing Roboput instead of the red, but maybe it was to show he hasn't copied Bomb's technique completely. Overall, the episode had more animation than the rest of the episode, and people were actually walking and moving. So I don't know why people are hating this much on it. It's still dog shit, but better than the dog shit episode in 1, 2, 3 overall. And for heaven's sake, we should sue Bandai Namco for ruining 2 animes that could have good animation. So yeah, I mean, I do want to say, episode 2, the Garou slide, if that wasn't in there, I think it would have been a totally fine episode. It's just that people want to make a lot of memes out of it, because it's pretty funny, you can't lie, it is pretty funny. How that was a thing, just a little PNG. If they added like a trail in the back, that would have solved the whole situation. There would be no memes, but since this meme is now born, it is now forever in One Punch Man Season 3 history. And the blue filter, not that bad, but yeah, the PV like still like makes Garou looks more cooler in my opinion, so yeah. And with your opinion about how he uses like the blue technique instead of the red, like that's pretty good opinion. Yeah, he probably doesn't want to use red because it reminds him of a bomb. Because he doesn't want his abilities to have human techniques or a background of human history. He wants to be a complete monster, which at this moment, I don't know if Garou is to become a complete monster. I mean, I haven't read the manga, but like, this dude, he's saving this kid right now, you know? This cannot be a monster. This guy has to be like, he's just a villain. He's just a human that just wants to be bad, so yeah. Which that is his title, so what am I saying? Like, dude, I really love the art style and shading this season, but they really butchered the animation deserves. Like, dude, I really love the art style and the shading this season, but they really butchered the animation it deserves. Oh, so there's a lot of content within this comment. I do want to mention one bit out of this comment is that the art style and shading in this season is really good. The animation should be a lot better, and if the animation was just a bit better, better, like I think everyone will be personally happy with the season. But for now, yeah, they're doing the coloring and the shading really good, but like if the animation was just a bit better, everything would be great. Okay, so that's most of the comments that I got through. Now let me give you guys my opinion. I think this episode was personally fine. Yeah, we did talk about the whole part scene. I thought that was okay. It was a bit funny, but still, I feel like the animation could have been better in there. But besides that, it was still okay. The first scene with Garou got up, that scene was pretty cool. It wasn't ruined because of the blue. It just would have been cooler if it was just the original PV, because the PV looked pretty dope already. The story is going a lot better now. Like this episode, it's slightly better than the last, which is good because it keeps on like improving, which is good. Next episode, they're gonna attack the Monster Association. They're about to enter the Monster Association, so that's pretty cool. And the final bit where Garou comes in and punches Road Ripper heads off, like that was by far the best scene we've got this entire season. And hopefully we'll see more of that next episode. I feel like him going in slow motion, punching the Road Ripper's head off was I felt like it could have been faster. But besides that, it's true to its manga, so I guess that's fine. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for commenting and watching to the end. If you have, appreciate it a lot. And yeah, hopefully next week's episode cooks again. Cooks as in like gets better than this week's episode. So yeah, anyways, see you guys later. Have a good one. Stay safe and bye-bye.